Hey guys, it's Michael with Hello Cupcake, it's me, and I am doing a review update. Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened over since I've last posted a video. I've just recently celebrated my birthday, so I'm a whopping 38 now. Woohoo, yay me. Went to the doctor not too long ago, and I think in one of my previous videos I was talking about how I'm having all these like facial twitches and tics, and how my hands are like constantly just tremoring or whatever. And so my doctors still don't know what the hell that's all about, and sent me to this specialist that does nerve block and things like that. So I guess it would be a neurologist. Anyways, so they did the testing on me and came back that I had mild carpal tunnel and moderate mild carpal tunnel in my hands. So I was like, well, that's awesome. Fuck whoever came up with that test, though. First, they do these electrodes where they like send electrical pulses through your body, or at least through your arms and hands. And then they take a probe. Okay, when I hear a probe, I'm thinking like a long meat thermometer or, something like that. That's a probe to me, right? No, this probe was a needle attached to this wire that the lady stuck into my arm, into my hand, the meaty part right here, my underarm, the back of my neck, all of these other different places. And she's telling me, oh, you're going to feel a little stick. A little stick? What the actual hell? No. I felt a jab like I was being stabbed by Buffy the Vampire Slayer, especially in the meaty part of your hand right here. And then she's like, oh, I need you to move your hand around. I'm like, there's a piece of sharp metal in my hand. She's like, oh, just do your best, hon. I have a high tolerance for pain, but that shit hurt so damn bad. I couldn't even stand my life at that time. I was like, what medieval barbarian came up with this idea, and why hasn't it been improved upon? So, anyways, after that was all said and done, my hands just felt tired. That's the only way I could explain it, was just they felt so tired, and I was barely able to close them. I couldn't really lift anything too heavy. They just throbbed for days after that, and the only thing that I could find was to turn the water on as hot as I could possibly get it, and then just fill up a pan and stick my hands down in that water and let the hot water soothe them. And that was like orgasmic, honestly, to tell you the truth. Just how that hot, super hot water relaxed my hands. Like, I was taking Flexerol, I was taking Tramadol, I was taking whatever I could just to make my hands stop hurting. I went over to a friend's house. They gave me some medicated lotion that had CBD oil in it, like 1,000 milligrams of it. And they're like, oh yeah, we use this stuff on all of our joints, blah, blah, blah. Here, rub this into your hands. I rubbed it into my hands. Nothing. I was just so much pain. So that lasted for like 2 or 3 days. But anyways, I still haven't heard back for the results of like what they found with the nerve testing. I had to go to a ENT, ears, nose, throat doctor, because I've been having a lot of issues with just my ears and the inner ear itching really, really bad. And last time I had an actual hearing test done was back in, I think, junior high or elementary, so I really don't even remember that. But yeah, so it's just been doctor. And I had my diabetic checkup yesterday, and I found out that my A1C has dropped even more. So that's way cool and awesome. It's dropped over 4 points. It was 7.4. Now it's down to 7. I'm hoping that in 3 months when I go back, it will be down in the 6s, which will be the lowest I've ever had my A1C. So I'm super excited and super happy about that. The one thing I'm not happy about is that I found out that I've gained even more weight, which has me very, very, very concerned and upset. I've been trying my damnedest to curve portion control or do portion controls and all that other stuff, but I was talking to my doctor, and he said because I also suffer with low testosterone, that that could be a factor in the reason that I am still gaining weight, that testosterone gets locked in the fat cells and so on and so forth, and that when you have low testosterone, you typically develop more body fat and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, shit. So I was supposed to start testosterone patches like a month ago, and prior to that, I took a testosterone injection, and that put me through almost a week's worth of just bullshit and hell and depression, and oh my god, I was raging out on everything. I was just pissed off, angry. I didn't even want to be around my damn self, let alone anyone else. And my poor freaking cat, man, everything she was doing was pissing me off to the point where I was just like, okay, Michael, you need to stop. So if I wasn't raging out, I was crying my freaking eyes out. If I wasn't tossing and turning, I was like just pacing the house like a caged animal. And I didn't want to go over to my friend's house because I didn't want to be like this freaking rage monster asshole around them. So it was bad. And I told my doctors, I'm like, I cannot go through another bout of depression like that. That like kicked my ass. So I've been really reluctant and hesitant on even starting the patches, even though the patches are like 2 milligrams or 0.2 milligrams or some shit like that. I don't even remember. But I'm supposed to put a patch on at night and then take it off that next night and put a new one on. So I just got to get into that routine of putting them on and taking them off. I just have this Looney Tune mental vision of me having like all these patches all over me and just being complete rage monster from hell. So yeah, it's gonna prove to be interesting, to say the absolute very least. Also, still trying to mentally prepare myself for the vacation that's coming up. I may or may not have mentioned it in one of my previous videos, but my aunt and I are going to be taking a trip up to Alaska, and we're leaving from Seattle and then taking a boat up to Alaska for a week and then coming back home. So that's going to be pretty cool, but the depression and the bipolar and all that other shit that rattles around up in this big old head of mine It's telling me, you don't want to go, you're not going to have fun, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. What if you have an episode on the ship? Is your aunt going to understand? Are they going to be able to properly treat and medicate you? What if your diabetes acts up? What if this happens? What if that happens? And you're going to be away from your house for a whole week, and do you really want to do that to yourself? And blah, 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 blah. And I keep telling that dark negative voice, shut the fuck up. Shut it down. Shut it off. I don't need to hear it. I'm going to have a great time. I've always wanted to do this. It's going to make it so that you see the same things that Grandma and Grandpa saw. Just shut it down. Shut it off. Get on with your life. Go do it. And I was talking to my niece yesterday about it, and even though she's only 18, I've always confided a lot in her. Well, she's not even 18, she's going to be 18 next month. But yeah, she's never been a kid in my eyes. She's always been kind of an adult, and she's always acted like an adult. So there's a lot of times that during her life that I've forgotten that she's just a kid because of how articulated she is and how intelligent she is. But we were talking yesterday, and I was just telling her some of my fears and stuff like that. And she said, "Uncle, if you don't do it, you're going to kick yourself in the butt." And I was like, I know you're right. It's just a matter of getting it done. So, yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. So yeah, that's everything in a nutshell for right now. Yeah, I mentioned that I had a birthday just recently, March 16th, and didn't do anything special for that birthday. Went to a yard sale, went and had lunch with a friend, and then went to the bar afterwards and sat there, watched everyone be drunk and stupid and dance around, and then I came home. So yeah, fun times had by some. But anyways, I noticed that this video is starting to get really long, and I will cut it off now. But if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button and click on that little bell icon. That'll let you know when I've done updates. I'm sorry for the infrequency of the updates that I have done. But there's just been a lot of stuff going on right now. Some stuff I can talk about right now. Some stuff I don't feel comfortable talking about right now. So it may come out in a later video. But anyways, if you need to get a hold of me, you can shoot me an email at hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com, or put your questions, comments in the comment section down below, and check out the blog, hellocupcakeitsme.com. There's stuff that I post on there that I don't post anywhere else. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Michael Scott Peterson with an O-N, so that's Peterson. And yeah, so I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.